The city slows down when I move. Not because it's quiet, but because everything finally fits. Every sound knows its place. No rush, no pressure, just motion. Streetlights stretch across the glass. Warm reflection, steady line. Every corner feels familiar, even if I've never been here before. Bases rolling under thought, soft but certain, always there. I don't need to chase the moment, I'm already inside it. Breathing matches the rhythm, heartbeat locks into the low end. Nothing pulls me out of balance, nothing asks for more. I'm driving through the night, and the night knows my name. No questions, no signs, just a comfort lane. I'm driving through the night, heaven through the night. Everything alive, everything alive. I don't need the light to change, I'm already on time. Analog tones feel human, small imperfections stay. Every sound is slightly moving, like the city when it breathes. Windows open, air is warm, thoughts are light, never loud. I don't chase what's coming next, I stay exactly where I am. Sidechain pulls and releases, like waves against control. Every element is listening, nothing wants to dominate. Still driving through the night, same road, different feel. Every mile confirms this is calm, this is real. Still driving through the night, no reason to slow down. Confidence isn't speed, it's how smooth you move now. No drops, no peaks, just flow. Energy doesn't need to shout when it knows where it's going. Soft, steady, aligned. City pulses under skin, granular lights, distant sound. Nothing heavy on my mind, only depth, only ground. Every choice already made, not by force but by trust. I don't need to prove the motion, I just let it carry us. I'm driving through the night, and everything feels right. No past pulling me back, no future out of sight. I'm driving through the night, warm bass under control. This is not escape, this without pressure. The city knows when to stay quiet. Windows down, air moving slow. Bassline hums beneath the road. Nothing sharp, nothing forced. Every sound exactly where it goes. Tires whisper on the ground. Streetlights blinking out of time. I don't follow destinations, I just let the rhythm guide. Sidechain pulls me slightly back, then releases clean and warm. Like a breath between decisions, like a pause that feels informed. Still in motion, never rushed. Still connected, never lost. I don't chase the night for answers, I already know the cause. Still in motion, smooth and wide. Every turn feels justified. This is not a moment passing, this is how I live inside. Analog chords slowly bend. Nothing perfect, nothing fake. Every sound remembers touch. Every note knows when to wait. Thoughts dissolve into delay. Echoes stretch and softly fade. I don't need a destination, I let motion choose the way. Low and steady, calm and deep, holding everything in place. Confidence is not a statement, it's the way you hold your space. Still in motion, through the night. Same direction, different light. I don't need the road to end, I just need it feeling right. Still in motion, always clean. In between what's felt and seen. Nothing louder than the groove, nothing more than what I mean. No drops, no climbs, just balance.
The night knows better than questions. It answers without words. City breathing through the glass, signals glowing, never loud. Bassline rolls like quiet truth, some felt but never said out loud. Every shadow feels relaxed, every color softly warm. Nothing trying to impress me, nothing asking to perform.
Kicklands gentle, round and deep, holding tension without strain.
When you trust the sun tiny drift inside the tone. Beauty lives in small mistakes that remind me I'm not alone. Traffic fades into delay. Time stretches slow and kind. I don't check the clock for meaning. I let meaning find the time.
Hi-hat shuffle, never sharp, swinging loose but always sure.
This is how the calm survives. This is how the flow endures.
The night knows better than fear, better than speed. Everything I didn't plan is exactly what I need. The night knows better than noise, when to stay restrained. Some emotions only surface when they're never explained. Let it run, let it breathe.
The night knows better than me, and I'm fine with that truth. Confidence is in control. It's knowing when not to move.
Still driving, still listening, still trusting.
There's a space between sounds. That tells you everything. White lines fading under wheels. Bassline steady, never loud. I read meaning in the silence, more than words could ever shout. Every chord arrives on time, never early, never late. Nothing here is overplayed. Nothing here needs to escalate. Sidechain breeze like lungs at rest, pulls me in then lets me go. When restraint becomes intention, that's when energy can flow. I live between the lines, between control and release. Not everything needs a climax. Some things stay incomplete. I live between the lines, where the night feels wide. This isn't waiting for something. This isn't just
saturation low and deep. Nothing trying to overwhelm. Everything designed to keep. Groove is swinging loose but tight. Every part knows when to lead. Confidence is subtle movement, not the speed, but how you breathe. Still between the lines I stay. Not ahead, not far behind. When you stop forcing direction, you discover peace of mind. No rush, no drop. Not every turn feels like going back. City lights behind my eyes. Baseline warm against the night. Every mile feels earned, not lost. Every turn feels calm and right. I don't rush to get back home. I let the drive become the place. Sometimes movement is the answer. Sometimes rest is found in pace. Kick land soft but confident. Holding space without demand. Nothing here needs explanation. Everything goes as planned. This is a late return, but I'm not tired. I'm arriving without leaving. I'm calm, not wired. This is a late return to a state of mind where the road feels open. Open like distant skies. Filters lifting slow and wide. I don't need a bigger moment. I just need it to feel alive. Every sound stays in its lane. Never crowded, never thin. When the groove respects the silence, that's where depth is settling in. Hi-hats shuffle soft and loose. Snare arrives like gentle proof. You don't need to hit too hard when the low end tells the truth. This is a late return, but it feels new. Not because the road has changed, because I do. This is a late return. No regret, no race. Just the rhythm and the motion. Holding space. Still driving. Still stays open, so do I. There is power in not accelerating. Speed is low but perfectly timed. Baseline rolls without demand. Nothing here is pushing forward. Everything is where I stand. City moves but doesn't rush. Lights appear then drift away. I don't measure progress anymore. I let presence lead the way. Sidechain breeze, not pulling hard, just enough to feel alive. Confidence is quiet motion, not the urge to overdrive. Low speed confidence. I don't need more, every sound already knows what it's moving for. Low speed confidence. Wide and clean, nothing loud, nothing missing, nothing in between. Analog warmth across the lane. The pads expand but never shout. I stopped forcing resolutions. I let tension slowly melt out. Thoughts arrive and softly fade, like reflections on the hood. I don't fight the flow of silence. I finally understood. Kick is round and holds its place. Snare rise without surprise. Everything feels uncompressed, like the air behind my eyes. Low speed confidence. Steady tone, I don't need to prove direction. I already know. Low speed confidence. Steady tone, I don't need to prove direction. I already know. Let it stay. Low speed confidence. This is me. Moving slow enough to finally see. No acceleration. Just alignment. Neon doesn't have to scream. Color spills across the street, but the sound remains controlled. Baseline warm beneath the night. just a bit. Eyes expand like distant breath. Nothing here is overbuilt. Nothing chases after depth. I let repetition teach me what impatience never could. Consistency becomes the magic when it's truly understood. Sidechain moves like subtle waves, never pulling me apart. Confidence is how you stay, not how fast you choose to start. Neon without noise, this is control. Everything reduced to feeling, nothing needing to be whole. Glow, don't shout. Neon without noise, I remain fully present in the rhythm, fully sane. Still glowing, still calm. Neon doesn't have to scream. The night doesn't collapse, it holds shade. Road unfolds in measured lines. Baseline anchors every turn. Nothing bending out of place. Nothing asking me to learn. I stopped questioning the flow. Stop demanding clarity. When you trust the architecture, the night explains itself to me. Kick arrives like steady ground. Snare confirms what's already known. Everything is self-supporting. Nothing standing on its own. The night holds shape. I move inside, not resisting the direction, just enjoying the ride. The night holds shade, wide and clean. Everything feels intentional. Everything's serene. Analog chords evolve in time. Not dramatic, not delayed. I stop needing revelations. I prefer what gently stays. Every let silence amplify. Had shuffle with restraint, swinging loose but never weak. Confidence is not momentum, it's the moments you don't seek. The night holds shade, so do I. Nothing rushing toward an end, nothing passing by. Oh, stay. Every sound arrives on purpose, every time still intact, still here, still here, still here. Stretches clean ahead, basslines move beneath my feet. Nothing pulling left or right, every move feels incomplete. But incomplete feels honest now, like a question left to breathe. I don't rush to resolution, I let rhythm gently lead. Side chain moves like quiet tides, pulls me back then sets me free. When you stop demanding answers, flow becomes clarity. No sudden turns, no sharp replies. I don't need to change direction to feel alive. No sudden turns, just slow reveal. Everything unfolds exactly how it's meant to feel. Paths open just enough to remind me space exists. Nothing forcing elevation, nothing begging to be missed. I don't chase the peak anymore, I let duration be the high. Depth is found in staying present, not in asking questions why. Kick it steady, soft and short, snare just marks another breath. Nothing here is overplayed, nothing dancing near excess. No sudden turns, I remain fully inside the motion, fully sane, stay linear. lasting motion over time, still beneath her. Still calm. Everything needs to conclude. City thins but doesn't fade. Bassline warm, still rolling through. I don't feel like I'm arriving, and I don't feel like I'm through. Movement becomes the location. Time becomes the only cost. I stopped needing clear conclusions. I stopped fearing what I lost. Hi-hats breathe in open space. Snare confirms the steady pace. When you stop expecting closure, you discover grace. I arrive without ending. I stay without delay. The journey doesn't need a finish to feel complete this way. I arrive without ending, still alive. Every sound keeps gently moving through my mind. Analog warmth, subtle drift. Everything alive but still. Nothing pushing for a climax. Nothing testing strength or will. I let repetition hold me like a promise that won't break. Some states don't need evolution, they just need time to take. Kick remains exactly right. Never louder than the truth. Confidence is knowing silence isn't absence, it's a proof. I arrive without end, no result. I don't need to close the circle.